Tosh, a CPA and member of SOFA, the Society for Financial Awareness, with the #1 goal: assist individuals to take charge of their personal finances. Please join us every Sunday night at 9 p.m. on 1170 AM or via your smartphone app, Waves 1170, or on the internet at waves1170.com. Waves 1170. 1170 AM. It's Sunday night in the Caribbean, man. Hubert McIntosh is a member of the Society for Financial Awareness, and he's the man. Financial literacy provided by Hubert McIntosh, CPA. Financial literacy. Control your financial status. Here's your host, Hubert McIntosh, CPA.
Well. Good evening to you. Good Sunday evening to you. Welcome again. This is January the 15th. This is the third week of the year. Many of you have made resolutions. I'm here again to guide you through financial literacy. I am Hubert McIntosh, your CPA, a member of SOFA, the Society for Financial Awareness, and we're here because SOFA mission and vision is to help eradicate financial literacy in America, one community at a time. And we're starting in this community. Last week, we were here and we gave you the introduction of the program and the purpose of the program. The purpose of the program, as I just mentioned, is I've joined with SOFA to bring you financial literacy. One statistic I shared with you last week was from FINRA. FINRA in the Financial Regulation Authority, one of the foremost body in managing finances, investments, and stuff like that. And the statistics that FINRA shared in 2014, that was 2 years ago, going on 3, and I'm sure that statistics has increased by now. At that time, it was 63% of Americans are financial illiterate. So think about that, 63%. So this program, our hope is that we'll be able to come alongside you and help you not to be in that statistics. So we have set up a website. I hope you have gone and visited the website, financialliteracy.info. That's financialliteracy.info. You can also email us at support@financialliteracy.info, support@financialliteracy.info. And the lines are open tonight. So in Broward, we'll be taking your calls at 954-792-1170. 954-792-1170. And in Miami-Dade, 305-948-1170. 305-948-1170. So last week, we gave you the introduction of the program and we went through some basics. We went through some basics, an overview of what we're hoping to achieve, and give you a high-level view of the program, the direction that we're going in, taking you from earned income to become wealth creator. This week, we're going to tone it down a bit and we're going to share you some financial literacy 101. Because I believe it's very imperative and important that we cover the foundation so that you can identify where you are so that we can help you design a plan of where you want to go, because you know within yourself that for you to establish a goal or a destination, you have to know where you are. And these are some of the stuff that we're going to cover tonight. Some of it may sound basic to some of you. So for those of you that it will be basic to, so just bear with us while we get everyone on the same page. And as we rev up in the future, the following weeks and the following months, we'll go deep dive. Last week, we introduced you to some topics, lifetime capital potential, where each individual has the ability to have a lifetime capital potential, in that it's the sum of money that you will earn over your years. And we went and we talked about, what do? Do you have current lifestyle? Do you just live for your current lifestyle? Or do you also strategize to have something for your future lifestyle? So those are some of the stuff we covered. We covered wealth transfers. We spoke about some of the wealth transfers, where in mortgages, taxes, qualified plans, college planning, major expenses, that people are making mistakes in these areas. And some of these mistakes are not due to the fact that they want to, most mistakes you don't necessarily want to, but it's just because of illiteracy in the financial arena. And we are hoping that we can come alongside you and help clarify some of those situations. We also spoke about 3 types of people. We spoke about the spender, we spoke about the saver, and we spoke about the wealth creator. So in summary, those are some of the stuff that we mentioned. We also talk about risk and save, whereas if you invest your money, you have a couple of options, whereas are you going to invest it risk-wise or safely? And sometimes that can be a moving target there, in the sense that because of the financial illiteracy, sometimes you're not sure how to invest your money or even to save your money. Wow, that's even interesting. Even saving your money, because nowadays it's such a challenge, even saving money, because if you look at any of the banks, you know all of them, the big banks, Bank of America, whatever, and you look at the rates that's been given on a savings account. I was looking at one yesterday where I think it's like $500,000. You earn like 0.15% on a savings account. That is just scary to believe that you could put that much money in and you're only earning that money. So it is important that you find, because there are cash equivalents, there are alternative investments, and as we get further into the show in later on, we will talk about that. But tonight we're going to talk about financial literacy 101. So for each of you, the first question you'll ask, when will your financial journey begin? Well, your financial journey actually began when you were born. Yeah, remember we spoke about the train last week, where when each life is like this train ride where you started and your tickets, your original ticket was bought by your parents, but sometimes along the way, they will get off the train. And when they get off that train, then you're left on that train. And then you find that you have to fend for yourself. And if you did not get the proper education, then you could face some challenges. So I'm not sure if you got it, not sure, but we are coming alongside you, hoping to share some with you. And some of it may be stuff that but sometimes you know it and it's in the back of your mind. We're hoping that we can bring it to the forefront of your mind. So in talking about when will your financial journey begin, it all starts with goals. And goals, that, it's a short word. It's just 5 letters, GOALS. But goals require time and commitment. Wow. Time and commitment. And a lot of times, those are the challenges that we have, because time, each of us gets 24 hours. But there are so many things pulling for your time. So many things pulling for your time. Some of it could be friends, family members, work, TV. Wow. Not going to go there because you guys may say I'm meddling. So I'm not going to meddle with the TV, but the time, creating goals require time and commitment. So this is the beginning of the 3rd week of 2017. I think now is a better time than any, or just as good a time, where I would encourage you not to procrastinate. Let's take control. Let's help you, come alongside with you, take control and creating those goals. As I gave you before, the website is financialliteracy.info. Financialliteracy.info. You'll go on there, you'll find some information. And if you're looking for something that you see not there, you can make comments. We welcome your feedback. You can make comments, you can ask questions, and we'll get to you. I'm with you tonight 9 to 10, but you have 24/7 access to us. Whether by the phone, email, the website, so you have access to us. So utilize us. We want to be your partner in this journey. And we know planning can be confusing. Yes, we know that for a fact. There are many aspects. So what we're trying to educate you to is getting fiscally fit. And we know there are many aspects to getting fiscally fit. Fiscally fit is a process. Because as you start to create those goals and planning, in that process, you're going to be dealing with some stuff. And let's deal with the number one, challenges. You're going to have challenges that you have to overcome. Then you have to gain control. You have to gain control of your situation, because we mentioned last week, personal economic model. You have to develop a personal economic model for yourself, because your journey is your journey. It's not someone else's journey. So you have to make it personal, where you develop a personal economic model. In some cases, increasing cash flow, and we're going to go more into that. Building an emergency fund, planning for tomorrow. Oh my gosh. So let's talk about the challenges, overcoming our challenges, because that is the elephant in the room, because we have challenges that we have to deal with, So being fiscally fit is following a set of behavior that will help lead you to financial independence. Yes, and I know sometimes you'll hear that word financial independence, and you may think, well, I'm not rich. I cannot be financially independent. That's just for those other people on the other side of the railway track. But we're here to come alongside you and guide you. And yes, you can become financially independent with your resources that you have. And that's what we're going to help you to develop with your resources. Okay. One of the things that you have to do, or one of the initial thing that is imperative, is that you have to adjust the way you think and talk to yourselves about determining your financial place in life. Because if it starts with you, the mind, then some mind control will have to be exercised. And this is about where you talk to yourself, the way you think and talk to yourself. There are resources out there, there are books out there, but we are here on the radio to give you some insights and guidance along that path. And on the website, I mentioned financialliteracy.info. What we'll have there, as you go there and check it out, We will have links to different stuff. We'll have tools that we'll share with you as you require them, you know, because each person will need a different tool. But based on what you need, then we can guide you along that process, you know. But your commitment, going back to commitment, you have to commit to replace your old habits with successful habits. And that is, and starting the third week of the year 2017, now is a good time as any to look at the situation, look at what worked for you in 2016, look at what worked, look at what didn't work, and replace some of those things that didn't work, you know. And nothing will change until you do. Okay, so you know, we're gonna step aside for a short commercial break, so hang with us. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Financial Literacy is an educational program which airs on Waves 1170 every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Hosted by Hubert McIntosh, a CPA and member of SOFA, the Society for Financial Awareness, with the #1 goal: assist individuals to take charge of their personal finances. Please join us every Sunday night at 9 p.m. on 1170 a.m. or via your smartphone app, Waves 1170, or on the internet at waves1170.com. Get up with Lifeline Tax Incorporated for tax preparation and tax planning services. Lifeline prepares all forms of tax returns: 1040 personal, corporate S&C, partnership, trust returns, and all other federal forms. Go to lifelinetax.com or call 561-244-0062. Contact us to help you with your lifeline to a better tax future. Go to lifelinetax.com or call 561-244-0062.
Since 1963, Macintosh Insurance has been proud to provide insurance and financial solutions to 1,300 people and businesses. Whether you're looking for life insurance coverage, health insurance, Medicare, legal insurance, long-term care, or annuities, Macintosh Insurance will remain committed to building a solid relationship with customers through practical solutions and unmatched service. To learn more about us, visit our website at macintoshinsagency.com or give us a call, 561-300-2444. We'll talk to you soon.
Remap Accounting Firm offers a wide variety of affordable accounting and tax services. We can help you develop your budget and manage your cash flow. We help families and businesses save money on taxes. Listen to our satisfied customers.
It's good to know that the success of our business is important to Remap. We're confident that Remap sees us as more than just a client.
Contact us at remap.com or call 561-623-0241.
For more than 30 years, Wealth Management and Distribution Group has been helping people save, grow, and protect their money. Wealth Management and Distribution Group was formed with the purpose of helping individuals, entrepreneurs, and small businesses to maximize their ROI by minimizing their tax liabilities. Protect your assets and the assets of your loved ones. Visit WMADG.com for more information. That's WMADG.com, or give us a call at 954-701-4730.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for sticking and staying with us. The phone lines are open. Broward 954-792-1170. 954-792-1170. In Miami-Dade, 305-948-1170. 305-948-1170. So before we stepped off prior to the commercial break, we were talking about the challenges. And I'm going to give a list of the challenges so you can see the necessity of why it is so important that we create these goals. some of them that it's not all inclusive. It's a list of some of the things that we have identified. One of the first one is working into retirement. We spoke briefly on that last week regarding retirement, in the sense that it has become such a moving target, in that one cannot assume that they will work to a particular age, whether it's 60, 65, or 70. It is imperative that your resources will allow you to retire. And what has happened is that a lot of people are working into, normally the retirement years. Previously 65 was a standard retirement age. But what we have found is that many people are working much longer than age 65. The reason being is also another challenge that we are faced with is longer life expectancy. The most recent statistic that came out is that women will live to 89.8 years. Yes, 89.8 years. And men 86.3. Yes, if you look at that, yes, gentlemen, the woman will outlive us by 3.5 years. And that's an average from an actuarial table. Sometimes none of us know the exact time. We spoke about that on the train. When are we going to get off that train? Some of us may get off before that number. Some of us may live longer past that number. And when we live past that number, then it is so necessary that our finances are in order, because we certainly does not want to outlive our money. New standard of living, that's another challenge. New standard of living. Standard of living has changed in increase in prices, lower wages, where wages have not kept up with the next challenge, the impact of inflation. Inflation is another thing that we have to deal with. Next one, Social Security. Social Security is not adequate for retirement. There were misperceptions about Social Security, where individuals are, sometimes you'll ask an individual, what's your retirement? And they'll tell you it's Social Security. But when Social Security was enacted in 1933 by President Roosevelt, Social Security was not for your retirement. Social Security was a supplement to the retirement. But what has happened, and part of this is the financial illiteracy that has increased, in that individuals believe that Social Security is their retirement. And if you check it now, I think the highest amount that is paid now for Social Security, it's like $2,880 per month. So think about that, $2,880. So no matter what an individual may have earned throughout their lifetime, the maximum that they can get per month for Social Security is $2,880. And then if you factor inflation of 3% per year, the spending value of that money is being decreased per year. And I know some people will say, well, but there's a cost of living adjustment to Social Security. Yes, customary, but it's zero. It's zero for this year. There's no cost of living adjustment for this year. It's zero. So here you have inflation at 3%. Cost of living adjustment is zero. So that means that money has lost 3% of its buying power. The next one, personal savings is insufficient. And that's one of the things that we're hoping to talk to you about. How do you establish that? How do you create that for yourself? Whereas you establish a personal savings plan for yourself, to balance your current lifestyle with your future lifestyle, and also for that rainy day that we mentioned previously. Median income is down. We spoke about that earlier. Income has not kept pace with inflation. So sometimes you find that the money cannot stretch long enough. So these are some of the challenges that we face, in that it's very imperative that we set goals. And how do we do that? Yes, because we hear the term and says set goals. So I've given you some reasons why we should have goals. So in you identifying it, some of the stuff you can look at is that you have to list the steps for setting financial goals. You have to track daily spending habits. You have to prepare a personal spending plan. And let me take a breather there, because I should have reminded you, that this is Sunday school. This is Sunday school at night. So I hope you have your pen and paper there and you're taking notes. But we also have the website. So if you even miss something, you can go on the website. You can make a comment and you can ask us to communicate with you, point out something that you may have missed. The website is financialliteracy.info, financialliteracy.info, and we also have an email address. It's support@financialliteracy.info, support@financialliteracy.info. You can also text us. If text works good for you, you can also text us at 754-366 7311, 754-366-7311. And you can call us. The phone lines are open. 954-792-1117 Broward, 954-792-1117 Broward, and Dade, Miami-Dade, 305-948-1170, 305-948-1170. So back to the list that I was giving you. Hopefully you have gotten your pen and your paper and you continue to make notes. Prepare a personal spending plan to estimate monthly income and expense. And I know you may be thinking that is so elementary, but I tell you, as a CPA, you'll be surprised how many people come into my office and they have no idea what their monthly expense are. They know their income, so they know that they're going to get certain amount per week or per month, but they have no idea of the expenses. So they don't know what their cash balance will be. And the scary part of it, a lot of my clients, and I know a lot of different people also, the way how they know their cash balance is to check in the bank. They check on the bank. They go online and they look and they see the balance in the bank and they believe that's their cash balance, not realizing that they did not factor a couple of checks that they may have written, a couple of automatic debits that's going to be coming out. So they look and the amount that's there, they're thinking that's their cash balance. So we're hoping to adjust that and change that so that, we can come out of that illiteracy mode and come into where we don't become a statistics. As I reminded you, where FINRA did that study and 63% of Americans were financially illiterate in 2014. And that statistics have gone up. They have not released the latest. And as that releases, I will certainly keep you abreast of that. But this program, we're hoping that we don't get caught up in that we're not part of that statistic. So that's why we have come alongside you, with financial literacy. The next one of the things, identify ways to decrease spending. And there's no way you're going to identify ways to decrease spending if your spending is not listed. If you don't list the items that you're spending on, then it does not make sense that you're going to be able to identify ways to decrease it, because you don't know if it needs to be decreased because you did not take the time to make the list of it. The other one, identify ways to increase income. And someone may say, well, my income is this. Yes, but your income is that. But there are ways where you can identify, you can supplement your income. A lot of you have talents. You have talents that are not being utilized, in the sense that you have dreams that you could be doing something additionally to increase your income. So increasing cash flow is a combination of one of two things. You either you increase cash flow either by increase your income or decrease your expense. So it's not just necessarily where you have to increase your income to increase your cash flow. Part of increasing your cash flow can also be decreasing your expenses. And one of the other thing, we briefly mentioned it earlier, identify spending plan tools that will help you manage your bills. There are lots of spending planning tools, and based on how more comfortable you are, whether you want to use it on a smartphone or what, and we can guide you with some of those, but you'll have to let us know what is it that you need guidance with, so you can email us support@financialliteracy.info. You can go on the website, you can make a comment, reach out to us, financialliteracy.info, and we will certainly be able to provide you with some of those tools. So, so it comes to where you have to ask yourself, what do you know or want to learn about managing your money? Because it comes back to you. You have to identify what you know and what is it that you want to know. So you have to make your goals. One of the challenge again with goals have to be specific. You have to make them specific to what you want within a certain time period. I got to put that, because sometimes we make goals and our goals are not realistic. Like for instance, if someone, we say, well, we're going to double our income this year. If you have not put things in place prior to this year, you cannot start on January 15th and says your income is going to be double this year. That is just not a realistic goal. So we want the goal to be realistic and within a certain time period. And after you establish it, or we can help you with that, is that we can look at the situation and we can help you identify what's realistic. There are 4 things that you want to do there also. Number 1, you want to identify and write down your financial goals. Yes. You need to write it down. After you identify it, don't just keep it in your head. You want to write it down. Because when you write it down, you have the ability to see it daily, and you look at it and you remind yourself, Number 2, organize your financial goals. You may have a certain number of goals, but we have to help you put them in priority. You have to put them in priority, because you may have 5 goals, but they cannot be all priority number 1. You have to struggle them where, put them in priority, whether if it's 5 of them, then you list them 1 through 5. Number 3, and you're already doing number 3, you're on and you're listening. So you are in the process, you're educating yourself. And that is a very imperative to help you along this journey. But you have taken that step already because you're listening. So you're educating yourself. And it's also necessary, number 4 there, as you go along, you need to evaluate your progress. Evaluate your progress. Because if you don't evaluate your progress, then you don't know where you are from whence you have started. So that is very important. And a bullet point from that is spending plan. We spoke briefly about that, where you have to identify your spending plan. What are you spending your money on? So those are some of the factors that you need to look at. All right, another section we're gonna move into, but we're gonna step away for a short commercial break, and we're gonna come back and talk to you about the high cost of credit. So stick and stay, don't touch the dial. We'll be right back with you.
an educational program which airs on Waves 1170 every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Hosted by Hubert McIntosh, a CPA and member of SOFA, the Society for Financial Awareness, with the #1 goal: assist individuals to take charge of their personal finances. Please join us every Sunday night at 9 p.m. on 1170 a.m. or via your smartphone app, Waves 1170, or on the internet at waves1170.com. Get up with Lifeline Tax Incorporated for tax preparation and tax planning services. Lifeline prepares all forms of tax returns: 1040 personal, corporate S&C, partnership, trust returns, and all other federal forms. Go to lifelinetax.com or call 561-244-0062. Contact us to help you with your lifeline to a better tax future. Go to lifelinetax.com or call 561-244-0062.
Are you looking for an accounting firm that you can trust? One with a client-first philosophy? Well, don't worry. Every little thing is going to be all right. With a dedication to professionalism, responsiveness, and quality, REMAP offers a variety of services, from bookkeeping and tax preparation to payroll services, IRS problem resolution, and retirement planning. Don't play games when it comes to your money. Go online and search remap.com. That's RE-MMAP.com, or call us at 561-623-0241.
Would you like your business to maximize its return on investments? Then contact Wealth Management and Distribution Group. Wealth Management and Distribution Group will help you minimize your tax liabilities. It doesn't matter if you're an individual, an entrepreneur, or a small business. Protect your assets for you and your loved ones. Maximize your return on investment with Wealth Management and Distribution Group. Get more information at WMADG.com or call 954-701-4730.
Since 1963, Macintosh Insurance has been proud to provide insurance and financial solutions to 1,300 people and businesses. Whether you're looking for life insurance coverage, health insurance, Medicare, legal insurance, long-term care, or annuities, Macintosh Insurance will remain committed to building a solid relationship with customers through practical solutions and unmatched service. To learn more about us, visit our website at Macintoshinsagency.com or give us a call, 561-300-2444. We'll talk to you soon.
You know what really gets a party started? Indoor baseball. Yeah, just find a broom or a pool cue, and you can use like anything as a ball. Cans, bottles, shoes.
Hey bro, toss me that avocado.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb, but if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving, the ultimate party foul. Learn more at ultimatepartyfoul.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Welcome back. Thank you for sticking and staying. So we're gonna talk to you about credit, the cost of credit. Sometimes there are some misnomers, sometimes there are some misunderstanding regarding credit. I just want to introduce you to the high cost of credit by just giving you a couple of examples. Take a credit card. Take a credit card with a $2,000 balance, and it has 16%. One has 16% and one has 29%. Just to give you a brief example. Sometimes on those credit card statements, you will see the minimum balance that's due. If that balance of the $2,000 was on the 16% rate, and you pay the minimum balance per month, when you finish paying that, you would have paid $2,994. Yes. So a $2,000 debt increases by 50% to $2,994 if you're paying that minimum balance. over that period of time. You know, the period of time that the bank has structured, where they'll show you this is the minimum amount due, and if you pay that, you're going to be ending up paying $2,994 for that $2,000 balance. But here's the scary part, talking about the high cost. Take that same credit card balance of $2,000. If that interest rate was 29%, and you're paying the minimum balance that credit card requires. If you pay that minimum payment due, you would have paid $6,742. Let that digest a bit. A $2,000 debt turned to $6,742. That's almost 3.5 times, or 350%, just because that was 29%. So it is very imperative. These are the stuff that we can help you with, because there are a couple of ways to help you. If you're striving to get out of debt with credit card debt, there are a few methods that you can use. All right. The two most notable one, or debt, is one that we call in the credit industry debt snowball method. What is that? Debt snowball method is that if one has, say, 4 or 5 credit cards, and they're gonna pay the balance of the lowest one. Say, if you look at it, say one has a $10,000 balance, one with a $5,000, one with $4,000, and one with $1,000. So basically, what that person would do, they would pay off the credit card with the balance of the $1,000, and when that one is paid off, then they would take that money. Now they don't take that money and spend it. That $1,000, that extra money that would have been paid towards that one, then they would have now paid up to the next one, if that one was a $2,000 balance, and so forth, and pay the minimum balance due on the higher one. That's one of the ways of doing that, and that's called a debt snowball method. Another method is what's known as the modified snowball method. It's basically the same kind of principle that you would use, but instead of paying the one with the lowest balance first and then move up, then you would pay the one with the highest interest rate. So we spoke about, I gave you an example earlier with the 29% and the 16%. So if you have a card that's 29% and one that's 16%, then you would strive to pay off the one that has the higher interest rate, and that one is called the modified snowball method. And there are lots of guidance out there. There are credit counseling agencies, non-profit organizations that share that. You know, we are also here to share that with you because we're under the SOFA platform. As I said, SOFA is the Society for Financial Awareness, a 501c3 public non-profit corporation. So, you know, we are here to provide financial literacy and guidance for you regarding that. So, you know, so that is very important that you do that. So part of that is, you know, we mentioned earlier about identifying the income, identifying the expense, you know, whereas how can you change that? So what's necessary from that then is that you have to develop a budget. Yes, I know that this takes commitment and it may seem like hard work, but it's not necessarily hard work. It's just commitment where you just have to adjust your mind and says, what is it that you want to do? What are your goals? And after you have identified your goals, then you have to start with a budget where we're going to help you examine your income versus your expenses. And you'll have to ask yourself some hard questions. You will have, and this is the challenge now, where it becomes where this personal economic model that you're going to be developing, because if it's personal, it's yourself. Someone else cannot help you with that, really, because this is personal now. Because in helping you develop that personal model, you have to now look at some of those expenses that you have, identify the kind of lifestyle that you're living, where some of the tough questions you have to ask yourself. You have to look in the mirror and ask yourself, can I afford my lifestyle? And that's not an easy question. That's not an easy question for one to ask himself, because sometimes you may have some friends that you want to run with or whatever, and to be with them gonna require certain expenditure. But while you're with them, you're having fun, but when you're not with them, you're struggling. So you have to ask yourself, can I afford my lifestyle? Wow. Next one. Do I need to increase my income? That's a question you have to ask yourself. Do I need to increase my income? And when you ask yourself that, now then you have to now look at how. If you're committed and you said yes, you need to increase your income, then you have to ask yourself, how can I increase my income? So identify, do you need it first, and the how will come after. The how will come with professionals like myself to come alongside you and guide you. The how is there, but you have to determine, do I want to? What can I live without? What can I live without? Wow. That is a tough question, and nobody can answer that for you. That's an individual question. That's a personal question. Some people may choose not to be with cable TV, but as professionals, we cannot tell you that. You have to make that decision. You know, if your cable TV is $200, $300 a month, that becomes a personal choice. Whereas, am I willing to live without it? But with you educating yourself, sometimes you may think that $300 bill is a $300 bill, but the bill sometimes it's more than $300, because what sometimes we don't calculate is the opportunity cost, because that $300 expenditure is not just a $300 expenditure. It's $300 plus what could have been earned with that $300 if it was utilized elsewhere. So some of those things that we have to look at, and part of financial literacy is where you have to look at your opportunity cost. Things are not just a cost. You have to look at the opportunities that you are giving up. So that is part of that. So gaining control, you can gain control through budgeting. You know, we briefly talk about it. You have to identify where you are today and where do you want to go. So you have a beginning point where you are today, and then where you want to go. And then we now have to determine, because here, if you're in Miami and you want to go to Jacksonville, or you want to go to Tallahassee in Florida, yes, you have a starting point and you have an ending point. Then the decision that you have to make now is, how do I get there? How do I get there? Do I drive? If I drive, what road do I take? Do I go I-95? Do I go Turnpike? Do I fly? Do I take the train? There are just different options, but you have to identify where you want to go, and then have professionals like myself come alongside you to help you decide that journey or navigate that journey, you know. So going back to that cash flow management, you have to ask yourself, what can you do to generate more income? What skills do you have that can help you generate revenue? Because sometimes you have these skills and not realizing it, you know. But there's this saying that we grew up in Jamaica hearing. It says, when trouble take you, pick the shot will fit you. You know, and a lot of us, we grew up hearing that. When trouble take you, pick the shirt will fit you. That means this was a shirt that couldn't fit you, but because of trouble, then it fits you. So sometimes we have to go back to that grassroots. One that I shared with you last week. Sometimes you wonder, you don't have this type of income, then we have to go back. I shared this one with you last week. One cocoa full basket. So we're looking at that. We had these grassroots things where our parents and our elders taught us, but sometimes along the way, the sayings got mixed up and we just don't remember them. But I'm here to remind you of them tonight. So I'll repeat it again. One cocoa full basket. And the next one, when trouble take you, picnic shut will fit you. So talking about trouble and picnic shut, then it helps me to move into the next topic I want to talk about, is that where we have to plan for life's unexpected emergencies. Yes. Emergencies do happen. They do happen. So by setting up emergency saving funds, it can help us to navigate through those emergencies. So one of the first goals we have here, which can be a challenge, but we can strive towards it, where customary out there in financial arena, you'll hear them say, well, you must set aside at least 3 to 6 months worth expenses to help cope with life's emergency. But sometimes that's not so easy, saving 3 to 6 months. So we know that's a goal we can strive to. But since we're talking about financial literacy 101, let's start at the beginning first. Let's help develop our plan. And then we will talk about that later. Because part of goal setting is that you don't want to make goals that are discouraging. The third week in the year 2017, a lot, in the gym industry, most gym membership, the highest month for gym membership is January. The highest month for gym membership increases in January because everyone have these lofty goals where it says, okay, this year I'm going to lose 20 pounds, I'm going to lose 30 pounds, and I'm just going to go to the gym and I'm going to lose that. And so they go and they sign up the gym. And sometimes we get caught up thinking that signing up is what makes us lose it. But signing up for a gym membership does not. It only gives us access. So what we're talking about tonight is getting you access to finance, so we're going to help you develop that, so stick and stay with us and we will continue to do that. One other thing I want to share with you in understanding, I'm just going to introduce the topic. Because we don't have enough time tonight to dive into it, but I want to introduce you to the rule of 72. Yeah, the rule of 72 is one of those financial rules where car buying, car financing, mortgages are measured by. The rule of 72 simply says that whatever interest rate you're earning, whatever interest rate, whether it's 4%, 6%, 8%, whatever it is, if you divide that into 72, that's the number of years. So say, for instance, if you have an investment vehicle that you're getting 6%, if you divide that 6% into 72, then it will take 12 years for your money to double. And here I mentioned 6%, but I just shared with you earlier that I saw yesterday where at Bank of America, $500,000 CD, 0.15% with 500,000. So think about that for a minute. 0.15%. I just told you that 6% would take 12 years to double your money. Wow, I didn't even do the math. If 6% takes 12 years to double your money, what would 0.15 take? It's a scary number. When I come back next week, I'm gonna have that answer for you. I did not calculate it. So, I just want to just introduce you to that. And we're gonna go, as we go in the future, we're gonna talk about more things as we build for your future. But we want to keep it at Financial Literacy 101 tonight. And, as we go further, we'll talk to you about stocks, bonds, pension, qualified plans, mutual funds, IRAs. We're going to talk to you about IRAs, whether traditional IRA, Roth IRA. We're going to talk to you about that as we go, because you get tax benefits with IRAs, and some people are now calculating how much they should fund their IRA with. So we're going to talk about that. But going back to getting to the next level now, when we create that budget, then we have to identify, what are the stuff that make up that budget. Then we have to have a debt repayment strategy, like we talk about with the credit card, how we going to do that. Then we're talking about how much are we putting into savings. We'll have to determine how much we're going to put in savings. Can we save 5%? Can we save 10%? Then we're also talking about emergency fund. How much are we going to put in our emergency fund? But it's very important and it's very imperative that you have a planner. You have a financial planner. We come alongside you, because a lot of times you will not be able to get good financial planners if you are starting out. A lot of financial planners, if you go to some of the big firms out there, the first thing they ask you is, what's your investable dollars? And if your investable dollars is under 100,000, they don't want to talk to you. So we are here to tell you, we're going to take you from Financial Literacy 101. So we're here for you. Let me give you the website. Financialliteracy.info. Financialliteracy.info. Reach out to us, support@financialliteracy.info. So we just thank you for staying with us. We're gonna be signing off, but you still have access to us. So thank you for your time, and we will see you next week.
Financial Literacy with Hubert McIntosh on Waves 1170 has come to an end. Don't be mad. He'll be back next week on www.waves1170.com. Hubert McIntosh is a member of the Society for Financial Awareness, www.sofausa.org. Promotional consideration provided by LifelineTax.com, the Remap Accounting Firm, the Wealth Management and Distribution Group, and the McIntosh Insurance Agency. Financial Literacy on Waves 1170 AM is a digital media production by Hubert McIntosh.